Roughly 7 tons of waste was removed from Hungary's Lake Tisza.
Ahead of the final round of voting, far-right leader Marine Le Pen said the National Rally should only take the helm of government if they win an absolute majority.
Former Dutch intelligence chief Dick Schoof has been sworn in as Prime Minister of the Netherlands.
In the north of Ireland, the leader of the pro-British Democratic Unionist Party is under pressure to retain his seat in the UK general election.
Israeli forces have ordered the evacuation of the once safe Gazan city of Khan Younis.
Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán has met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy in Kyiv. The pair discussed the issues and relations between the two countries and how these could be addressed.
Сьогодні ми з паном прем'єр-міністром Орбаном обговорили найбільш принципові питання наших відносин, наших сусідських відносин, торгівлю, транскордонну співпрацю, інфраструктурні, енергетичні питання. Говорили сьогодні про гуманітарну сферу, про все те, що стосується життя наших людей і в Україні, і в Угорщині.
It's the first time Orban has visited Ukraine in many years and marks a potential thaw in tensions between the two nations. The Hungarian Prime Minister is known as a close ally of Vladimir Putin and has, up until now, routinely blocked, delayed or watered down EU efforts to extend assistance to Ukraine. He has also previously accused Kyiv of mistreating an ethnic Hungarian minority in Ukraine's western region of Zakarpattia. The visit comes as Hungary takes over the 6-month rotating presidency of the European Union, despite worries from some EU lawmakers that the country's democratic track record makes it unfit to lead the bloc. But Hungarian officials have said that they will act as honest brokers in the role.
With 4 weeks to go until the start of the Olympic Games, tourists seem to be turning their backs on Paris. Expected to be a record-breaking summer, observers say the hotel industry in Paris is in a state of disarray. For a hotel at the foot of Montmartre, June has been nothing like the previous months. The hotel is only half full compared with at least 80% in recent years.
Je pense que l'effet Jeux Olympiques est contre-productif, puisque évidemment tout est très cher. Je pense qu'on leur a expliqué que les restrictions de circulation allaient être compliquées, que le prix du billet de métro allait tripler, que la taxe de séjour avait triplé. Ajouter à ça une météo difficile, les gens ont moins envie de venir.
Tourism and hotel professionals are hoping to make up for lost time with the showcase effects that the Olympics will have on their bookings for the coming seasons. The Games will take place from the 26th of July to the 11th of August.
Maxims Ringo and Janice Laux became the first Latvian same-sex couple to register their partnership on Monday, shortly after midnight when a new law came into force. Now, all partnerships will be able to register their relationship under it.
Jau kopš likuma pieņemšanas dienas. Šis ir ļoti ilgi gaidīts notikums.
The Latvian parliament voted last November to formally legislate same-sex civil unions, after 46 same-sex couples successfully challenged courts to get recognized as a family unit in the eyes of the law.
Tas ne tikai tā vēsturiski ir svarīgi, tas arī tā patiešām fundamentāli svarīgi Latvijas sabiedrībai, tiesībām atzīt, ka cilvēki ir dažādi, attiecības ir dažādas, bet viņas visas ir vērtīgas un visas ir jāaizsargā.
A partnership will be registered if the persons are not married, are not close relatives in the direct line, are not brothers, sisters, half-brothers and half-sisters, and have not registered another partnership.
More than 7 tons of plastic waste has been collected from Hungary's Lake Tisza as part of a historic cleanup competition. The teams, called Pet Pirates, sailed on the artificial lake's high seas with kayaks and makeshift boats to gather the waste. The more plastic they accumulated, the closer they inched to winning the Pet Cup.
Legalább 3 tonna szemét van azon a hajón, amit most mindenki élő láncban pakol ki, és ez a rengeteg szemét csak ma reggel óta gyűlt össze.
While the collected waste is sorted by colour and material, volunteers are always amazed by the kind of trash they find.
Milyen egész motort, ilyen kisgyerekmotort találtunk.
Most is nagyon-nagyon sok szemét volt, a nádat széthúztad, felhúztad a száraz nádat, és alatta volt egy rakat színbe végig a szemét.
The Pet Cup started in 2013 with the aim of ridding Hungary's most magnificent natural wonders of garbage. Pet Pirates will captain clean-up operations at the polluted Bodrog floodplain in August.
In Northern Ireland, the leader of the pro-British Democratic Unionist Party is under pressure to retain his seat in the UK general election. 18 Westminster seats are up for grabs. The pro-British DUP currently have 8 seats, while the pro-Irish Unity Party Sinn Féin have 7. In Unionist East Belfast, the Alliance Party believe they can unseat the leader of the DUP, Gavin Robinson.
It's very close to call, but the feedback from our canvassers who are out on the ground is that it's looking good. The response is good. Naomi is a once-in-a-generation politician in our view. She's highly capable. She's represented in Europe, in Westminster before, and as Justice Minister. And I think people know if they put their vote on her that she'll deliver for them.
The DUP say that despite all the speculation, they are confident of returning 8 MPs to London, as is currently the case, including their party leader.
Gavin Robinson has a proven track record in East Belfast. He has returned really strong votes every time he's gone before the electorate, and I believe that he will do so again, but we don't take anything for granted.
With rival unionist parties likely to steal votes from the DUP, the loss of just one Westminster seat for the main unionist party will be hugely symbolic, as pro-Irish Unity Party Sinn Féin continues to expand its support due to growing numbers of Irish nationalist Catholics in Northern Ireland.
Symbolism is very important in Northern Irish politics, in all of Irish politics. Often it's more significant than the reality of what has actually happened. And the very significant narrative that there has been over the last number of years has been that Sinn Féin are on the rise and the unionist parties are in decline. And so if that continues in this election, it will reinforce the sense that Irish unity is potentially getting closer.
If the pro-British Democratic Unionist Party lose just 1 seat in this general election, that means they will, in all likelihood, return to Westminster and London with the same number of seats as Sinn Féin. Sinn Féin don't actually take their seats, but do engage with officials in London. However, the fact that unionist dominance in the House of Commons will be over as far as Northern Ireland is concerned will be hugely significant and will likely see further calls for a referendum on a united Ireland. The results will be known in the coming days. This is Khan Younis for Euronews in Belfast.
Bad weather conditions have continued to persist across Europe. On Monday, authorities in Poland got to work as roads and basements were flooded in Zakopane and nearby towns. Firefighters were also called to intervene in many places. The situation left the Zakopianka route connecting the capital of the Tatra Mountains with Kharkiv impassable for several hours. In neighboring Austria, another thunderstorm with heavy rain hit the municipality of Waldkirchen near the border with Czech Republic. It comes after the devastating hailstorm of Sunday afternoon. A village in the neighboring municipality was declared a disaster area, while firefighters and rescuers tried to cover the buildings with tarpaulins. Meanwhile, thunderstorms left roofs and crops damaged in Slovenia. Meteorologists say the storms originated in Italy. Scientists attribute the latest extreme weather events to climate change driven by human activity. Finland's Prime Minister Petteri Orpo has called on Parliament not to weaken the deportation bill. If passed into law, the legislation would allow Finnish border authorities to refuse to accept asylum applications in certain circumstances. Finland, which shares 1,340 kilometers border with Russia, accuses the Kremlin of encouraging asylum seekers to cross their shared frontier.
Laki, joka me annettiin, niin sitä voi toki täällä eduskunta muokata, mutta ei vesittää. Eihän siinä ole taas järkeä, että tehdään tällainen poikkeuslaki, joka ei toimi. Et siinä se raja on ja sitä eduskunnan ja sen hallintovaliokunnan pitää arvioida. Minun asenteeni pääministerin näkökulmasta on se, että Suomi tarvitsee tämän lain ja toivon, että eduskunta löytää nyt täällä sellaiset ratkaisut, että se 5/6 enemmistö sille saadaan ja sen jälkeen voidaan olla turvallisemmin mielin.
Finland has 8 official border crossings with Russia. It became the 31st member of NATO in April last year, ending decades of military non-alignment as a result of Russia's war in Ukraine.
The Israeli military has carried out sustained attacks across the Gaza Strip in recent hours, local media reports. One woman has died and 3 other people were injured after the IDF bombed the Kizan Abu Rashwan neighborhood south of the city of Khan Younis. The attack signals the Israeli military is likely to mount a deadly new assault on the southern Gazan city. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said on Monday that Israel is nearing the elimination of what he described as Hamas's terrorist army. The Israeli leader has repeatedly asserted his government's commitment to destroying Hamas's military and governing capabilities. Meanwhile, more Palestinians on Sunday fled what was once designated a safe area in the Gaza Strip as Israel's military continues its operation in the southern city of Rafah.